Hi guys, this is Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be talking about iPads and specifically what's on my iPad and the best iPad apps for musicians. If you're interested in this video or any of my other stuff, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below with what else you want to see. But without further ado, let's get into some of the apps. Alright, so here is my iPad home screen. As you can see, there are quite a few apps on here. Most are related to music, though some are not. So I'm just going to focus on some of the music ones today. Up in the first row, there's Shortcuts app. That's not a music app. I have a folder for random apps. Then I have YouTube. YouTube is one of my favorite music apps. Of course, you're probably on the YouTube app or youtube.com watching this video, but I use it to watch, of course, other videos by musicians, whether it's talking videos like this or actual performances. And then sometimes I will use it to listen to background music. Next, we have the IMSLP app, which is this blue one. And I have an entire video all about IMSLP, comparing IMSLP to Fourscore. For those of you who haven't seen it, IMSLP is originally a website where you can search for public domain sheet music, but the app also lets you search limited capacity. There's limited terms you can use to search, but it's still a good tool. And then you can download the sheet music directly to your iPad and read it right in the app. Next, I have Symphony Pro, which is a sheet music notation app. And I have a bunch of pieces that I have either arranged or composed originally, some of which I've released, such as the Soft Tears, I believe, Country Dance, Swedish Sugar, Sunrise, Former Friends. All of those are part of my selections from 4 children, arranged for 2 to 3 flutes and or alto flutes. So you can get that on Sheet Music Plus, and if I remember, I will try to link that down below. But basically, you can use this app to create a new project. So you would hit the plus up there, new project. Then you can enter the title, subtitle, composer, key signature, time signature, metronome mark, instruments, and the different layouts that you want to use. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of that. I'm not really going to go into any of these just for copyright purposes, but it's really nice for writing music or arranging on the go, and that way I don't have to use my computer. So the next app is Tiny Scanner, and this is a scanning app. So the way this works is that if you have print sheet music that you want to get on your iPad, but you either don't have a traditional scanner or you don't want to use one, which is me, you can use your iPad's camera to take a photo of sheet music, and apps like Tiny Scanner, because there are tons of things. There's, I think, Adobe Scan is another popular one. It will turn that photo into a PDF. So let's see, let's find one that's not under copyright of here. So you can see I have a few non-music things. But yeah, I think all of these are under copyright for the most part, but I have tons of things. I also have recipes, medical documents, receipts, tax documents, anything that I needed to write on paper or got as a paper copy but wanted to store digitally. It's really nice, and that's why I use an app like this, whereas while you can scan directly into Fourscore, that's really only good if the only thing you want to scan is sheet music. So having a separate app makes that simpler. Okay. So second row, I have Trello. I use that to plan all of my videos and content and such. So it's kind of music related. I have Apple Pages, Apple Keynote. Again, aren't super music related. I have Netflix. I have the app Pigment, which is a drawing app. Then I have Penultimate, which is a note-taking app. Google Docs. Then I have GarageBand. I have not used GarageBand a ton. I primarily use it on my MacBook if I'm going to use it, but it's good for making audio recordings or making backing tracks if you're into that sort of thing. Next I have Kindle, which primarily is not a music app because it is, the Amazon Kindle, but I have used it for digital versions of sheet music available on Amazon. So for a while I was teaching piano lessons, and my student leveled up to a new book, and I thought it was cheaper and quicker to get a digital version rather than a paper copy. So I just was using Kindle for that. Otherwise, I haven't used it that much. My next app is the Henley Library, which is from the Henley publisher. So you have your library, you have the Henley store, if it'll load, where you can search by composer, instrumentation, period. They also have some new selections. I guess famous musician fingerings. That's more if you're a string player, I think, rather than me as a flute player. I don't really need that. Henley Essentials, and then some standard repertoire. So I typically will search by instrumentation, and I'll do flute or piano. So they have collections. They also have individual works. I'll also search for flute solo. Again, collection, individual works. So they have all kinds of different instrumentations, and I think slowly they're working to make their entire physical repertoire digital, which is awesome. Henley's one of the popular publishing houses. And so I have all of the Bach sonatas. I also have somewhere there Syrinx by Debussy, which is a good one. That one was free when I downloaded the app. So if you're a flute player, it's a good one. They have a limited selection of free apps. So the way you buy sheet music on here, because it isn't free, the app is free, is you use credits. So I have 30 credits, and you can purchase credits on the store. So it's like you're using real cash, but it translates, and it's a little weird, but that's just, that is how that app works. A similar app is the Barron Writer Study Score. So except for this, you pay actual money rather than having to buy credits first. So I have a demo score of Debussy's Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun, but then you can scroll through here. They have tons of stuff. So similar concept to the Henley app, just a little different. Next we have Tunable, which is a tuning app, and as you can see, it's detecting my voice there. But as you can see, this is actually a good representation. Is that little green spot shows that you're in tune, and then the pink will show which direction you're out of tune and how far, and you could see the history of that. So you kind of see, I'm not the best singer, but if you're tuning, you can also, I have this as flute. You can change the concert A, you can change the temperament, you can change the instrument and the transposition. So say I need to transpose to alto flute, there you go. And that way I don't have to think, okay, I'm playing an A, so what is that? Oh, that's concert E. Instead, I can just have an A and it'll show me an A. So yeah, that is that. It also has a metronome and a recording capability. So I like that one. This other app I found out about, Spectrum View, through watching a best apps for iPad or iPad apps for musicians video, and this one will show you the different frequencies. So so you can see those waves kind of going up and down, and as you sing or play your instrument, you can watch the different things. So yeah, that is that. Canva, non-music app. Sims free play, also non-music. Zoom, kind of music. I primarily use Zoom on my MacBook, but it's good to have on my iPad just in case. Of course, I have Messages, emails, Safari, Files, and then Foursquare. So I've talked also about Foursquare in a video, so I'll try and link to that below. But anyway, that is all of my favorite music apps. Alright, so those are some of my favorite iPad apps and what I use as a musician. Some of the apps I do use more than others. Foursquare I use all the time, whereas Tiny Scanner I only use when I have print music that I need to scan, but it's still good to have all of them on my iPad ready to go. So again, if you guys liked it, be sure to like this video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. And then if you want to have some help using some of these iPad apps in context, I do also offer online flute lessons, so that will be linked in the description box below. You can enroll for lessons or performance checks, which are one-off recordings. And so if you want assistance with or like tips with how to set up your iPad, I can also do that through a performance check where you will send me a recording, preferably of you playing a little bit, but then you can include in your notes that you want to learn more about the iPad. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you next week.